We're live. Happy
Hello.
Monday. I still have to go live in our consigner group. So give me 1 second to get that going. And then I also want to check to see if it is um, showing on Instagram. Oh,
Okay.
yay. I see us on our main page. Let me.
I can pull up Instagram too if you want me
Okay. Yeah, if you could do that, that would be awesome.
to.
Alrighty. And let me see if I can try one more thing here. Last week I looked back at the recording and I had these big crazy eyes. So I'm trying not to try not to do big crazy eyes while I talk this time.
Okay,
That's why
it's
I have
not
the
showing.
glasses.
It's not showing live on Instagram.
You said it's not?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
Um, I don't know why, but I don't see it. But let me see.
Okay. Let's me do this
But
real quick and then
I see us on Facebook. Sorry,
okay.
I'm already in my PJs, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't have something for you. It's been a day.
it, Amy has had a day.
It has been a day. My children, for those of you that don't know me very well, I have two kids, a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old, and whew, they are pushing the limits. I love them greatly, but whew, I think I told them probably 20 times a day, I'm selling that at JBF.
Poor kids, they're gonna be scarred. Don't
Yeah,
scar them like that. You want to make selling at JBF a happy
a positive
experience.
thing. Yes, I
Yes.
know. I know. Not a threat.
Not a threat. Yes. Yes, like last week you were telling me like, maybe like, well,
Oh,
can I get this if I sell this at JPF? Like,
yes.
that's
Yeah, they definitely understand it, but I think I use the threat when they're like their toys are everywhere and they're not cleaning them up, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna sell it at JBF then. But no, they definitely like. Last week we were collecting things around the house in order to buy new things. It's
that's the
like you
way to
can't get
do it.
anything new at JBF coming up unless you sell some things. So start looking.
That's the way to
So,
do it though. Like get them in the habit of, not collecting a bunch of stuff and knowing that you have to
yeah.
clean out to get something new.
Well, my little boy, Jasper, he always thinks of toys that I've sold in the past. And he goes, "Do you think the new little boy is liking that toy?" And I
Oh.
said, "I'm sure, babe. I'm sure." Like he wants to make sure that whoever got it after him is enjoying it because he misses it
Oh.
or whatever, like that connection. I'm like, well, that's pretty good for a 3-year-old to make that connection.
Yes.
So
Very cute. Very cute. I remember I was
my
selling it.
4-year-old though is gathering all her brother's toys to sell at JBF instead of her own.
She said as long as something is leaving.
Yeah, she's like, it doesn't have to be mine.
Yes, I remember we were selling so much stuff one time. Like at one point, Jojo was like, he was younger than he was like, he had just gotten something, and he was like, and I think it may have been one of those times like you today, like kind of like frustrated or whatever. So, but he was
Yeah,
like, "Don't sell it, don't sell it." I'm like, I wouldn't sell that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was so like he was like, I know my mom will sell that. Like, don't sell it.
that's really funny.
So, welcome, everyone. This is our Monday Night Live Tagging with Friends. Our sale is 6 weeks away. Oh my goodness, can you believe it?
No, I can't. I still like question every time we talk about it. I look in the calendar because I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Same thing for me. I'm like, is that is it real? Because
Yeah.
it definitely does not feel like 6 weeks. It still seems like we have like so much more time, but no, the time is ticking. It's time to get to tagging if you've not started tagging, which brings me to a perfect segue. So we have our 9x9 challenge going on right now. And so if you are in our tagging group, you will see a post each day for 9 days saying to tag 9 items today and let us know, tag at least 9 items, let us know how many you tagged, and you get entered into a drawing. So that is an easy way to add some extra money to your seller's check. Very easy, and it's a very easy way to get started tagging. And so that's what we're going to do tonight, talk about getting started with tagging. I am going to close this window over here because I can see us live on Facebook, and I'm very distractible, so that's not going to work. So I did not, I guess, introduce myself. I'm Fran Benson. I'm with JBF Sugarland. We are having our back to school sale, our fall sale, July 22nd, which is our pre-sale day, through the 25th of July at the Fort Bend County Fairgrounds in Building C. And this is Amy. She is our awesome, amazing manager who helps to make all things possible. And so she is my tagging bestie on these things, and we get to talk about tagging and help you guys make it to the finish line with JBF Sugarland and get your things sold and out of the house.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So tonight we're going to just talk a little bit more about tagging. Last week I showed you all how to go through our new tagging site, our new consigner site website, where you sign up and you have like a lot of different resources. So we talked about that, and today we're going to talk about a little bit more about tagging tips and things like that. And then next week we'll actually start showing some tagging. But this week we just want to have a little conversation with you guys about just tagging, trying to take some of the mystery away and try to just, help you to get started with your tagging. If you have any questions, please, please, please put them in the chat so that we can answer those questions. Because if you have a question, somebody else probably has the same question. So do not be shy. Don't be scared to ask your questions. There are no silly questions.
I was just about to say that. There's no silly questions.
None. So, Amy, what would you say would be the easiest way for somebody who's brand new to JBF? They are, they saw the ads, they've gone to the page, they've looked at it, they're curious, they kind of want to get started, but like it seems very intimidating. What would you say for them to do? How would you say for them to start?
Well, first of all, take a deep breath. No, it can be overwhelming, especially for a brand new seller. I remember that time, but I would say the first step is definitely to go room by room in your house and start gathering items that are collecting dust or that, maybe your child hasn't used in over a year. You don't need to save it for any reason, all those kind of things. Go room by room. And what I like to do is I create kind of type A, I guess, but I create like bins in my kitchen, which is my like dining room. Like we have a big old, open concept area, but that's where I put my tubs, and I put donate, sell, and keep if like there's certain things that I need to like store away. So, like for instance, my family, we don't know if we're done having kids yet. So like there's certain baby items that I'm not willing to part with, but there's definitely some baby items that I'm like, if we do have another child later down the road, don't need to keep this. So anyways, I kind of make those decisions while I'm going room to room and kind of, what's that lady's name? I remember her Netflix series that.
Oh, Marie Kondo? Is
Yeah.
that who?
That's what I think of when I'm doing JBF. I kind of think of like her stuff. And then, so yeah, I just really, that's the easiest step. And maybe don't start with your most overwhelming room. That's
Right.
another key thing because like you don't want to get burnt out too much. And so for me, that's my kids' playroom. I don't do that first. And key hint, whatever, I can't think of the word I'm thinking of right now, but big thing, try not to do that in front of your children when you're going through the playroom because that adds to the overwhelmness. So find a time when the kiddos are not around. And I tried to do that with baby toys, and my littlest one, who is 3, was like, no, we still need that. And I'm like, honey, you have not played with this since you were a baby. Like it's a little rattle or something like that. And then he hoards it and sleeps with it for a week. So don't do it around children.
Right.
But yeah, we have a really neat graphic in our consignor guide that kind of gives you a breakdown. Like in the bedroom, look for these things like gliders, rockers, sound machines. What are the type of items you would find in your bedroom? And then, go to your kitchen. What are some things you can check off your list there? So in the consignor guide, we have a guide that helps you with that. And it kind of gives you some specific items to maybe look for. But yeah, that's just my biggest thing is just start by gathering, sorting, thinking through that, and then you can tackle the next step. So that's why we encourage you to get started right away because you don't want to do all of this in a weekend.
Right.
You really want to take care of these things because it can be a process. And I feel like the more time you give yourself, the less overwhelmed you will feel. And I promise you, as soon as you start doing that, it won't feel as overwhelming.
Right. And I agree with you. Like, don't do it in front of the kids because as soon as you start, they're going to want something or they're going to throw a fit that, you're throwing away their stuff. So, do it when they are not around. When you mentioned about the kitchen, I was thinking, a lot of people probably don't realize that we do sell like the plates for toddlers or the utensils or sippy cups and things like that. So all of those things are things that you can sell and get rid of. I know I still have a few things, and my kids are 14 and 10 now, and I still have like a couple of things in the kitchen cupboards that need to go. Yeah. So those things you can definitely sell, thermoses that you use for lunch or little lunch kits and things. All of those things are things that you can sell. Like truly, I always tell people, they ask, what can I sell? At the sale, you can sell pretty much anything that you would use for a child, an infant, or a teenager. Most of those things you can sell. We have a guideline. We have a guide that has guidelines as far as, things that might be considered too old or things like that. But yeah, I mean, pretty much, most of the things.
Yeah. Well, and it's not a garage sale. So it's not like, let's get rid of all your junk. It's definitely quality pieces, but also something to keep in mind is we do have a Mommy Mart that you can do 5 items. And so some of those could come from your kitchen, like, a really nice griddle or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of
a coffee maker, as long as it's not glass, but like a Keurig. If somebody wants to sell an espresso
or last sale walking pads, I know was interesting. So like those kind of things you might not think, well, my kid, it's not kid related at all. Well, we do have the Mommy Parent Mart where we do allow 5 items or 5 tags. So really, when you're gathering things, go through it all, but don't think garage sale, think elevated a little bit.
Yeah, we are not a garage sale, right. So we do definitely want to make that distinction, and we'll kind of talk about that a little bit later that we do have brand standards. And yeah, people sometimes ask me, well, okay, so it's like a big garage sale. I'm like, no, not,
Yeah.
no, it's not
I
like that.
call it
Not really.
upscale. I'm
Yeah,
like, it's an upscale one. If you're gonna consider it a garage sale, which it's not, but if
it's
you're gonna
not.
think that, think upscale, high end.
Yes. Yep, yep. And so also I was thinking, you don't have to, definitely yes, go through the house, but you don't have to do that all at one
Oh
time.
yeah, no.
Take one room at a time. Just take one room. Take like Amy said, don't do your most overwhelming room. Take an easy room. Take a something that's going to be an easy win. Or if you have like a bunch of big items still, like a crib that you need to get rid of, a baby swing,
Stroller,
strollers.
car seat.
Yeah, some of those big items that are taking up space in your house, those are easy ones to tag and to get started with. So either take a room or take a category maybe,
Yeah.
and start with those things first. And whenever you go to, you name your own price. We have a tagging system where you input the information of your item, you put the price there. Whenever you do that, those tags print 9 tags to a page, which is why we have that 9 by 9 challenge, because it's 9 items, 9 days. And so when you print those tags, you'll print it on cardstock. You can get 9 items on a page. So get 9 items, start with 9 items, 9 easy items, knock it out, get the flow going of how you tag. Um, our tagging system is really very like user friendly. If you like to do it on your phone and use your mobile device, you can speak to text and it will write out the description for you. I don't do that. I'm old school. I'm laptop. Amy, you don't you use?
Yeah, I did it for the first time last sale, and it was very handy.
Yeah, I said
I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
try it this sale. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
I
it.
did it specifically for books because in the tags, which I might be getting ahead of, things, but in the tags we want to be descriptive. And so it was so much easier to do the talk to text when I was like wanting to put the title of the book and like give description. So that specifically is what I used it for. But yeah, no, I liked it.
Yeah. And then last sale, I'm just thinking about my son, my 10-year-old, did some tagging, and
Mhm.
that's what he that was like the first thing that he figured out.
Yeah.
He was like, there's a microphone. I'm gonna just talk into it. So
Yeah. The
so he
younger generation.
definitely, definitely. So yeah, so use those tools to make it easier for you. Definitely, you use things. So yeah, you can talk to text.
Well, and
One.
even you can do it on the app. Sorry, but you
Mhm.
can not the app, but well, it's on your phone. Like you can pull it up on your phone and do it on your phone. You don't necessarily need to be at the computer.
Yeah. Um, one room at a time or one category at a time. Um, make it work for you. Some people like to put in a podcast and listen to that as they tag. Some people like to put on Netflix. I like to turn on Netflix and tag. So just find a flow that works for you, and it's just do your thing. And if you have questions about pricing, we have our sellers group that you can post a picture of an item and say, hey, what would you sell this for? We have pricing guides in our sellers guide. And then also when you go to the new site, whenever you go to each category, there's some pricing guidelines and tips and hints for you there for pricing. So always think whenever you're looking at pricing, what would make somebody like scoop this up without a second thought? Like what would make somebody call their girlfriend and be like, girl, you got to get down here. I am just like racking up on all of these things and like I'm not spending hardly any money.
Mm-hmm.
Like what is going to wow the customer? Any
Yeah, and I also like to think of it too, like with the shop shopper in mind of like what would I want as a shopper.
Mhm.
So when I'm shopping, like I'm looking, if I'm not going to pay that price, like I wouldn't price something that I wouldn't pay. So, think like that, with the shopper in mind first and foremost, and being like, okay,
Mhm.
what's like you're saying, what's going to make them excited and want to snatch it? They can't pass it up because it's such a good deal, kind of thing.
Mhm. Yeah, and please, 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 please.
Preach.
Come,
I don't know what you're about to say, but preach.
come, like the preacher said, come to the front of the congregation. Come closer, come closer. Please do not buy something and then resell it with the price tag on that says $5 and then resell it for $5 or more.
I know what you're saying. First of all, I thought you were going somewhere like someone was buying something from our place and then selling it somewhere else for more money and all that kind of thing. No, I know what you're saying. And yes, that is foolish, people. It says you got it for $5 and you're selling it for $6.
Yes, please don't, because we have that happen. And what happens is, A, you're going to miss out on a sale. B, shoppers are going to come in and they're going to pick that up. And then what are they going to do? They're going to tell their friends or go on social media and say, everything there was overpriced. I saw stuff that was being charged, for more than what it cost in the stores. And then that's going to leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth. You're going to be upset because you tagged a bunch of stuff that you didn't sell. And then shoppers are going to come in saying, even if everything else is like way below price,
that one bad apple.
Yep. That one thing will turn them away and make them, negative is the thing that like people spread more than the positive. So it's going to have people not wanting to come back and telling their friends not to come back. So please, please don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to us. There was something else I was just thinking about when I was saying that. It'll come back later, but yeah. So
And I just want to let you know, time check.
Okay.
Keep it going.
Keep it going. Okay. So, basically at JBF, we want you to keep the 4 C's in mind: clean, complete, compliant, clean, complete, compliant, and current. Those are things that whenever you are gathering your items, those are things you need to look for. Make sure that you are in season, that is current. So some of my kids' stuff from 2011 is probably not going to be something that I should be selling at JBF right now. So it needs to be current, on trend. We don't want bell bottoms unless they're back in style. I think flare jeans are coming back in style this go around, but we don't want anything like that. It needs to be current where people will purchase them. I think right now the skinny jeans for teens are totally out, and that's mostly what I see in our teen section is skinny jeans, because everybody's kind of getting rid of those, but they're probably not going to sell because all the kids want the baggier jeans. So I said current, compliance. So we do have a recall specialist that will go through and check our baby equipment and our toys, but we want to make sure that you're checking as well. Before you bring those items to us, we do have a safety website, safety.jbfsale.com, where you can go on and look for recalls. We try to post recalls regularly in our seller group, but we still want you to go and look, to see if your item is recalled before you bring it to the sale, because we'll have to pull it. And some
of the recall things you can easily fix. So some of them. So like you could take care of that before the sale and still sell your item. So just keep that in mind.
Some of the older Mamarus have their recall, but they have a really easy fix that you only just need to send a message to Mamaru, and they will send you for free the fix. So take a look at it and see. Our if you're selling a car seat or a crib, we do have some guidelines on there. We do have crib waivers and car seat waivers that are available on the safety website. They're available on our seller page and on our just on our website in general. So those are some of the things for compliance. Make sure that if you're selling a toy that it has a battery, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm gonna let Amy take it.
I was like, you're stealing my thing. No. So I'm going to cover clean and complete. So for clean, this is a really, really, really important part of our process. I feel like maybe for me personally, it's the best one and the one you want to focus on the most. That all items are in great condition, free of stains. Big one, free of stains. You really need to check those clothes, y'all, that you're selling. We want to make sure that it's not all stained. Bring it out into the light, look at it in different lights. Different rooms have different lights, that kind of thing. So you really want to check to make sure they're in good condition. Think about, would you want to put your baby in that? Or would you want to put your little so-and-so Johnny in it, and make sure it's in good condition, free of rips. We want it to be in good condition, and just make sure there's no odors. If it's been sitting in your attic for a while, you might want to run it through the washing machine and make sure it's clean, or Febreze it beforehand. Definitely, if just eliminate all of those things. Make sure there's no pet hair stains, all those things. So really just check your things, make sure they're clean for your toys, not just clothes. I mean, clothes are very important, but for everything else too, you want to make sure you clean those as well. So with your toys, give them a quick wipe down. I actually give that task to my kiddos. They help me clean all of the things. I give them a little wipe and they clean it all. And then obviously I go back and check, but clean every surface, just make sure all scuffs, marks, all those kind of things are gone. Big one for like car seats and strollers and bed cribs, pack and plays, all those kind of things. Open up all the crevices, make sure there's no lingering crumbs. If you need to get it cleaned within reason, right? That we can't. Never mind. I didn't say that. Clean. Make sure it's clean though. Yes. Take care of it. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I can emphasize it more by what I've already said, but just really make sure you check everything. Make sure they're all aspects of the item are cleaned. And then with complete, please make sure that
I'm sorry. Can I jump in real quick with with the clean, making sure like everything is is good, is no holes, stains, rips, any of that stuff. Also, just something I was just thinking about when you were saying that, check the elastic. If you have like shorts or swimwear that has the elastic band, check that, because a lot of times that'll dry rot. And so it won't have any more elasticity in it. So check that before you bring it. I know last sale we had to pull a couple items that it looked perfect. And then when we did this, it was gone. So check that as well.
Yeah. And really, like check for like the piling. Is that what it's called? Pilling?
I don't know if it's got piling or pilling or the little balls. I
don't know if a fabric shaver tool would help. I don't know. I don't use it. But like if if it's really warm, like take care of that. If you want to try to sell it, especially, with pants and stuff, I always think about this when I see leggings for sale. Like if the knees are like really run down and thin, like, no, don't sell that, like make sure that they're good. That can be donated or thrown away depending on how bad it is, like that kind of thing. So shoes, especially, guys, check your shoes, clean them good. Take all the dirt out. I hope you get the gist. Clean.
And make sure like your shoes, the laces, like you have the laces, those laces look good. We have a pair of like really nice Nikes right now that we are going to be selling, and the strings are frayed. And so Mac was like, you think we could get away with this? I'm like, No, sir. You know better.
Oh, Mac. Tisk, tisk,
I
tisk.
know. I'm like, he's like, I'm just playing. I'm like, okay, I thought so. You know better.
Mhm.
Go buy some more strings. But yeah, and
Yeah.
then before we move off this subject, any tips that you have for like stains and things to help get them out
The
or to
stains
clean
are,
any things that you have to clean? I know people like the magic eraser, but I hate the I have a
yeah.
confession.
I
Magic
use
eraser
magic
does not work for me.
eraser for my shoes. I
Hmm.
don't love it, but it does work for the most part. I'm the worst when it comes to laundry stain fighters. I use one called Miss Mouse, which is a spray, and that's been the one I've had the most luck with.
Hmm.
I've even tried home concoctions, but that's a great question to like ask on our seller page because so many people or consigner page, so many people have tips and tricks. So I might not be the best for laundry, but other people might have, different things. But even just putting it in sunlight
Yeah.
after you clean it, different things like that. I'm really big with the shoes. Like I use a toothpick to get the little dirt
Hmm.
and stuff off of that, and I use a magic eraser. I use clean wipes on other things for the most part. It's just a lot of elbow
Yeah.
grease. But yeah, when it comes to clothes, I'm sure there's different. Everyone has their own favorite things. Like I said, I use the Miss Mouse, but that's just the
I've
one I.
heard that one is really good. I have not bought it yet, but I need to. I've like that is like JBF Gold. Everybody
Yeah, it
recommends
goes on
that one.
sale quite a bit on Amazon, so I usually keep it in my cart, and I don't want to say her name loud because she's right over there, but she notifies me if it goes on sale. So, and I kind of just like stock up when I
Yeah.
need it for like replacement. But
Okay.
anyway, okay, the last C, complete. Make sure that everything that is supposed to be with the item is included. So, like you were saying, the shoes need shoelaces. But specifically, I think of like with toys, puzzles, for instance. Make sure all the puzzle pieces are there. That's something that your kiddos can help you with. They can put it all together and make sure all the pieces are there and then package it up, close it up so no one opens it again, kind of
Mhm.
thing. Make sure that if a toy requires a battery, that you replace the battery. Even if it's working currently, I don't know if this is overkill in your opinion, but I still put a brand new one in because I
Mhm.
don't want something to glitch. Like, yes, it was working when I was, there was a battery in it, but now it's not working when it gets to the sale. So I just like to put fresh batteries in all the things I'm selling. You can buy batteries cheaper than, you don't have to buy the super expensive ones. And, but it goes a long way. It shows that you care because the person that
Mhm.
buys it doesn't want to get home to turn it on and it not work. That's like the worst. So there's that. With toys, however, like let's say you're selling like a Fisher Price barn and you don't have all the little pieces. It's okay to still sell that barn because you could still utilize that in some other way. And you don't have to have all those figurines that originally came with it.
Mhm.
So, there is a, I don't know, I lost my train of thought, but there there is a way to like still sell things that if they can still be played with, they're still used without a piece that's missing that was sold in the original set, then you can still sell it, but just note on your tag it is missing, this, or it is not sold with this. So
Right.
that if people, know what it is, like I would recognize a Fisher Price barn. If I knew that it didn't have the pieces, then I'd be like, okay, do I want this or do I not? That kind of thing.
Mhm.
Same with like Barbies. You can sell Barbies naked if you want. You don't have to sell them.
But don't bring them if they look like they've had a night out and their hair is all
Yeah.
just wild
Yes.
and tangled and like don't bring them looking a hot mess.
Yes. They need to be tamed, which I know we've talked in the past about how to do doll hair. And
Yes.
luckily, knock on wood, I have not had to deal with that yet because I still have really young kids. But I know people in our sellers group that are tried and true, have been around. They probably have, they have good advice on that. But take the time to make them look good, and brush them out and make her look like she's going to work, not the
Not
evil
a
kind.
working girl. Or not a work, but not a party all night.
Mhm. Yeah. But yeah, so like what I was saying is just like with things that are supposed to be a set and you're selling it and you're saying you're marketing it as a set, like this is a set, then all the pieces need to be there. If there's something missing from something that maybe they can still play with it, it's still fine. I would just notate it in your tags.
And highlight it on the tag
Yeah,
too, so
highlight it.
people
Yeah.
don't miss it. But a puzzle, you can't be missing a piece to a
No.
puzzle. Something that makes something complete,
Right.
or that is the purpose of the item, like you need to have that. But yes, definitely, if those little walkers, those activity walkers or whatever, that they have like the phone, and then it has
Mhm.
this and that and stuff. Like if the phone part is missing, but there's still all these things they can press and do all that, and it's still usable. They can still walk
Yeah.
with it. So that would be fine if the phone is missing and you just note missing phone. But yeah, so just and we'll talk a little bit more about some of these things in our future lives. Anything else to say with that, Amy?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I think that really kind of brings us to the end of this, unless there's something else, any other tips or anything that you want to give?
No, but I want to remind you about prizes.
Yes, 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 yes. I have that. I actually put all of the names. So I promised you guys last week 2 winners. If you had signed up for drop off, so I put all of the names in a prize wheel earlier, and I have that up. So I'm going to spin it while we're here. But before we get to that, I do want to also talk about our social ambassador program is going to be starting tomorrow. So I'm going to put up what we call the magic post. The magic post is the post that we put a lot of money into to boost it and for everybody to see it, in addition to our ads that are going. But the magic post is like the money post, I guess, for lack of better words. But that one, we need you guys to share it everywhere. So if you are participating in our social ambassador program, all you have to do, and if you haven't signed up to participate, that's fine. You can still participate. All you have to do is share 4 social media posts that are going to go out, and they will be marked. They will say social ambassador post 1, social ambassador post 2, social ambassador post 3, so and 4. And so you share that original post, not the one that I'm going to put in the sellers group. You're going to go to our main page and share that original post, or click the link that I put in the sellers group, go to the original post and share that post out, and comment on the post, and then come back and share a screenshot of where you posted it each time. So that is for the social ambassadors. When you share 4 of those, when you come to drop off, you will show us that you did all 4 posts, and then you will be eligible to come and shop early. Okay. If you are not participating in the social ambassador program, you don't want to shop early, maybe you can't shop early, but you still want to share the post, we would very much appreciate that. And to show you our appreciation, then each week when we have those posts, if you share it, regardless of whether or not you're participating in the social ambassador program, when you share it out and come back and show us where you've shared it, you get entered into a drawing. And so we have some different fun prizes ready for those contests or giveaways, like adding JBF bucks, or maybe waiving your seller's fee, so that would be added back into your check if you've already paid. And so some things like that. But tomorrow's going to be the very first post, so I am going to post it in our sellers group so that you can see it and then go back and share it. So that is coming. We have the 9x9 challenge. It's not too late to get started. Nobody posted yesterday, and I know I get to see on my end a little ticker of tags of people tagging, and then also when I go and look at all of the consigners, I can see, how many tags you have. So I know people were tagging, but nobody posted it. So the 9x9 challenge is up for grabs. So 9 tags a day. You can do more than 9 tags a day, but do that. And then we have 2 winners at the end. So sign up for that. We'll put links in. And we also have our Facebook event coming up next week, right, Amy?
Yes.
It is a fun old school Facebook event party online where we talk about how to sell. There will be prizes for that as well. So that is
on Tuesday, June 16th.
Okay.
And it will be about an hour and 15, like the whole event, but you can definitely go at your own pace. Like you don't have to be there live with us.
Yeah. So that is also coming up. We also have our kids market that is going to take place Saturday of our sale. So if you have some little makers, then, have them sign up to get a booth. It's free. And they can sell their items and want to support our kid makers, our kid entrepreneurs, hopefully, sow that seed into them and help them build confidence and, take on this world. So that is something else. And
it is going to be first come, first serve. So once those 10 spots are gone, they are gone. We're starting small this time just to see what kind of vibe we get. And so hopefully we'll be able to continue it in the future, but we just only have the 10 spots. So if you are interested, go ahead and snag those quick.
Yep. And people have been replying. So get in right now. Get in while the getting is good. I think that is all of our different things. I think I've said everything.
Yes. And so next Monday we'll be back Monday Night Live and we're going to do some tagging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, we'll be doing some tagging next week. So bring your questions. And you can put those questions in, ahead of time, so we'll know what to
focus on.
Talk about. Okay, I have a winner here, Savannah. I only put if there was only one person with your name, I only put the name and not the last first name only, not the last letter. So Savannah. You are a winner.
Woo-hoo. Shoot the confetti.
And then let me do it again.
Oh, drum roll.
Alyssa W. You are a winner. So
confetti for you too.
Yes. Cue the confetti in the words of Tracy Panase. If you log in to tag, you will get your confetti.
Yes.
So the two of you get an extra 10% added to your seller's check. That is big. That is big time. So
I'm jealous. I always get so jealous of all the prizes. I'm like, man, I'm not eligible.
Like, Amy, you can't win them.
I can't.
Anyhow,
no,
that is
okay.
It for tonight. We'll have more prizes to come. So keep tagging. It is going to be a great weekend to tag, or just tag every single day 9 items, and you'll have 81 items in 9 days.
Yep. Let's do it, y'all.
All right. See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.